You think you would survive among ancient humans with your phone, your education, and 10,000 years of hindsight. Drop you into a hunter-gatherer band 30,000 years ago, and within a week you are the most useless person there. You cannot make fire, you cannot read a track, and you do not know which plants feed you and which stop your heart. The people around you mastered all of it before the age of 10. So, what really happens when a modern human meets the ancient world? On your first morning in a band of 24, you open your mouth to speak and nothing connects. Their language vanished long ago, so you point at food and that is all you can do. But these people read the ground the way you read a page. A bent blade of grass, the depth of a print, and they know what passed and how fast. One biologist argued that tracking may be the very first form of science. You would see empty dirt, they would see a whole paragraph. Then someone hands you the sticks and about to spin them, and you try and you try. 20 minutes later, your palms are raw with no spark, while a child beside you makes flame in under 2 minutes. The Iceman found frozen in the Alps carried dry fungus for tinder and stone that throws sparks. A full kit ready to go. Now the band leaves to hunt, and there is no ambush and no sprint. They pick an antelope and simply walk. It runs, it rests, and they keep coming until the midday heat leaves it unable to cool down. You sweat from your whole skin, so you keep going, on long legs and springy tendons built for exactly this. After 3 hours, the antelope drops. So do you, far behind the others. And being a real hunter is not something you learn in a season. Researchers who followed one forest people found a hunter's success keeps climbing until about middle age. It takes about 20 years to master, so you would arrive as an adult with the skill of a small boy, and most of the food is not even the hunting. Gathered plants and nuts make up most meals. You would look at a bush and see only leaves. They would see food, medicine, poison, and rope all at once. One wrong berry and there is no doctor for 100 miles. Say you finally get lucky and bring down something big. You drag it home expecting praise and they mock it. One anthropologist gave a band a huge ox and everyone insisted it was thin and barely worth eating. The insults were the point. Praise makes a hunter proud, and a proud man can quietly pull the group apart. So the many gently refuse to be ruled by the one, and your instinct to stand out works against you. Meat is shared by strict custom, and the killer does not hand it out. Your food is safe only once you give it away. Your body is not ready for the walking either. Bands like this cross long distances on bare feet every day. Ancient skeletons show strong bones and healthy teeth. Taller and healthier than the farmers who came later, you would limp for a week and slow the whole group down. By now the picture looks bad for you, and it should. You are not smarter than these people at all. You are just built for a world that is not here. Take away roads, screens, and shops, and your edge is gone. The ancient human was the real all-rounder, able to feed, heal, clothe, and shelter themselves alone, but survive the first months and something surprising appears. Most survival work took only a few hours a day. The rest was talk, rest, music, and making things by hand. No boss, no clock, no rent, no commute. The Iceman's frozen body was covered in dozens of simple marks over his joints, most likely to ease pain. Even then, people had art, style, and their own inside jokes. At night the fire becomes the center of everything. The day is for tracks and plants, the night for stories. Where the stars began and where people go after they die, passed from the old to the young. So, what would happen if you woke up among ancient people? At first, a grown body with the skills of a toddler. Then, slowly, you would learn fire, tracks, plants, patience, and how to share. You are not a better version of these people. You are one fragile branch growing out of them, and everything you know is stacked on top of what they built.